What's happening, YouTube? What's happening, boxing world? And about that boxing, we in here today talking about none other than Rolly Rolado Romero versus Ismael Barroso, number 2. All right. Basically, what's going on in the 140 division right now that's been making headlines is Ryan Garcia's ducking of Devin Haney and choosing to face Rolando Romero, who already has an obligation. According to the WBA, he is supposed to face the winner of the Davies Barroso fight, which we already know was a first round knockout by Ismael Barroso. El Tigre got the knockout. All right, so he was leaving nothing up to the judges, and with good reason. The way Tony Weeks robbed him the last match, I would put it in my contract that I will not fight with Tony Weeks as the referee if I was Ismael Barroso. I would have it in my contract. That guy ruined his streak. That guy was gonna be on a belt streak, and basically he was robbed of it for whatever reason. I believe that he was robbed of this because he does not look the part. He's 40 years old. He looks older than 40. Everyone's been calling him the old man or calling him an old man. And I'm like, we need more old men in the sport of boxing if this how old men are moving. This guy has a 92% knockout ratio. You feel me? 92%? Y'all don't understand what that number means. He has a lot of rounds. He has like 125, 26 rounds. I really do have to give it up to Rolly. Like, a lot of people, we know Rolly be clowning and Rolly be talking crazy. But if he really took this fight on 2 weeks notice, then you have to give him some props for taking this fight. And he did say that that guy could crack. He said this guy could crack before the fight. I do remember him saying it. So for him to be a 15-1-0 and then come and challenge Ismael Barroso on a 2 week notice, you got to get that guy some type of props. But at the same time, he lost that fight. He got gifted that belt. It's not on Rolly. It's on the boxing world. It's on the fans. It's on people to not accept these shit decisions. That's the reason why Rolly even has a belt that he hasn't defended since, because he says he has an injury. So now he's being ordered by March to face Barroso, or he's gonna be stripped. That belt should be given straight to Barroso, not no internet champ stuff. That was his belt. That's no email champ shit. That's his belt. He's supposed to have that belt anyway. We all seen it. We all know it. We already saw the controversial stop Tony Weeks just made, and he explained that stoppage, which is kind of shaking the boxing world up a little bit right now. And I got a video on that too. Y'all can check that out. But what do y'all think? Y'all think Ismael Barroso like comes back in a major fashion, knowing that he has to knock this kid out this time? You think he does it? Or you think Rolly has to abandon the belt? He's not gonna be healed soon enough. I have no idea what his injury is. I've tried to look around and see if I could discover what the injury is. He hasn't mentioned what the exact injury is in anything that I've seen so far. If y'all know, let me know. But I haven't seen like what his injury is supposed to be. But 15-1-0, Rolando Romero must face his mandatory by March, or it's a wrap for his belt. And then he'll be back in the running trying to find a belt again. All right. And Ismael Barroso will have 2 belts. I'm pretty positive he's going to be the one to get the belt if they don't make him fight somebody else for it, because they do stuff like that too. They may make this guy work harder for it just because he's from Venezuela. Yeah, he's residing in Miami right now. He lives in the United States. He's a hell of a fighter, fights off the front foot. He could box. He could take a punch. He could damn sure deliver a punch. And a 92% KO ratio is just ridiculous. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Do y'all think Rolly is on some trash? Y'all think Rolly just trying to grip the belt and keep it and fight as little as possible? Or do you guys think he's really hurt? I mean, me myself, sometimes I think Rolly just want to go after money fights. I don't think that he's interested in like regular fights. He'll take them, I think, if he knows, you know, as somebody, you know, that's a decent challenge. I think Rolly does like a challenge, but I believe that the way this man hit him, the old man, as they want to call him, I'm calling him El Tigre. That's who he is. I am so impressed with this guy. This is my type of fighter. We need more old men in the sport of boxing. I'm sorry. We need more old men in the sport of boxing. If this is what y'all are calling an old man, I'm serious. I'm being serious. This guy's supposed to be an old man, but he fights more than most of these guys that are supposed to be young. He's fighting 2 to 3 times a year. Every year he's had years where he's fought more or less. I mean, he's had years where he's fought 5, 6 fights. So, you know, he's very active. He's maintained being active. His longest layoff, I want to say, was probably, man, he just really has never had a long layoff. He's been pretty active. I'm looking through the years here of his career, and I just remember seeing his name popping up. You know, he always had little fights here and there. You don't hear about every fight all the time, but I try to go on and look at the list and see who's fighting. But yeah, I just recall, you know, several fights that I've seen of his in the past. Even though I didn't know who he was, I know he was smacking on people, but I didn't think he'll ever be a sensation like he is right now, because I know how they do guys like this. So I'm just very impressed. I'm very happy for Ismael Barroso, and I'm hoping that him and Rolly could get in the ring. I'm hoping Rolly heals in time. We could see this fight, their part 2. I think there'll be more hype behind the second one, being that we know he got robbed. And we'll see. I don't even know if Rolly's training. I mean, I've been seeing videos of him high and all kind of stuff. So I don't know what he's doing right now. I just hope that he's training and he's getting ready to be in the ring. And I hope we get to see this fight. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Like, subscribe, man. Hit those notifications, share the videos. Amp about that boxing.